Hey, good afternoon. Welcome back to Little Hollow Homestead. Today we are down in the hollow. I'm going to show you my meat chicken setup that I've got down here. I think I showed this a couple of years ago, but I've made a couple of improvements and I'll catch you up on what I've done and how it's working for me so far. Up on my lawn, it is just too hot to have the chickens in the chicken tractor still. So I've opted to come down here in the hollow where they're in shade most of the day and it's not near as hot for them. So this is my third batch of meat chickens. I've got one more batch coming to help supply the meat I need for the farmer's market and my customers that really eat my chicken up. So let me take you down here and we'll show you what I've done. See my sunflowers, I intentionally planted those just from wild stalks last fall, and we've had enough rain now to where they've really sprouted and it's looking nice down here. Let me flip you around here and show you what I'm doing. So you may or may not have seen this actual little meat chicken coop that I've got. This is where I also will brood my laying hens if it's warm enough. So you can see that the one thing I've done is to keep them up out of the muck is I've put pallets, just scrap pallets. I've cut them to fit all the way underneath, all the way in there. And it doesn't keep them entirely out of the manure, but it does do a great job. It helps quite a bit. So in lieu of a chicken tractor, this is what I'm doing. They're not quite big enough right now, but I will open this gate up and I'll let them free range down through here and let them free range during the afternoons when they get a little bigger. They're still a little bit too young and they aren't quite used to this coop yet. So they've been down here about 6 days now from the brooder that's in my garage. You can see that I've gone with my predator control again. This string going across goes back and forth across the top of the coop. That is to keep hawks out. We have a lot of hawks, a lot of owls that hunt up in this area, and this prevents them from coming in and attacking my chickens. I've also got my cattle panels lined with this wire, which to date, cross my fingers, has kept out skunks and anything else. We did have a juvenile mountain lion, actually. He was laying right up under this tree right up in here the other day, and kind of freaked me out a little bit, but my dogs chased him off or her off, whichever the case may be. I don't know if this is enough. It should be enough to keep a mountain lion out. Luckily, we don't have any raccoons, and I haven't seen any mink or weasels in the 6 years that we've been up here. So far, it's working good. You can see I've got two classes of chickens in here. I've got these that are a little bigger. If I get my finger to go out of focus. That one right there is a little bit bigger. And then this little guy that's eating right here is about 2 weeks behind. So I got the bigger ones. I got 12 of those off a lady who had to buy a minimum of 25 and didn't want them all. So I gladly paid her for them and took those off her hands. And then the smaller ones, I've got 10 of those that I just got from Tractor Supply, and they get them through Hoover Hatchery. They're usually pretty good quality birds. And then next week, like I say, I've got another 25 coming, and we will start up in the brooder, up in my garage for 4 weeks, which will give these guys enough to finish up. I'll get these processed, get this all ready for them to move from the garage down into here to finish off the last 4 weeks down here. So that's the plan. We're watering the walnut trees. You can see I've got my hose. Where's my finger? There's my finger. I've got the hose that comes up here to a drip line system that goes up and down the hollow. I've got 13 or so walnut trees that are growing up in the hollow here that should provide a lot of shade, hopefully in my lifetime. We'll see. I guess what does the saying go? The guy who plants a tree shows the ultimate faith in humanity, because he'll probably never enjoy the shade of that tree, at least when you start getting up into the ripe old years like I am getting. So let's go up and grab the eggs, and we'll just kind of have a leisurely day here. I just finished up my last batch of pork jerky for the farmer's market. I've got, what did I get, 8 bags of about 8 ounces a piece, and they're all bagged up and shrink wrapped, shrink bagged, whatever you want to call it, seal and milled. That's what I'm looking for. And so they're all ready for the farmer's market, which will be here before we know it, this coming Monday. It's Thursday now, so I got a couple more days to prepare. But anyway, the chickens are fed and watered and ready for another day, at least these ones. Let's go up and check out the laying hens. You see, there's one of my walnut trees. This one I hand water. Excuse me, dog. And then this one I also hand water, just because they're just right here close to the spigot, and it's easy to do that. I'm still recovering from the flood that we had come through here the other day. Messed up all my mats. I'm gonna let it get good and dry, and then what I'll probably do, you can see my ditch that Stella is standing in over here. I'll probably continue that ditch. I'll just make a little swell so we can channel the water around my fire pit rather than through it like it did the other day. And we'll just have it come right down here and spill off this side of my little berm of rocks right here. And I don't know what's in this dirt right here, but the dogs love to eat it. Maybe it's got some kind of mineral they're missing in their diet. All right, girls, what you got for me today? No, you gotta stay in today. I keep this gate closed on a really high tension, just so the predators will stay out. Oh, uh-oh. Excuse me. You need some privacy? What do we got, 3 in there? 4? Okay, give me one more. And this is Little Miss Broody Britches over here. And we got 3 under her, so that's about all I've been getting. The chickens are molting. I've had a lot go broody this summer, which has really hampered my egg production. But that's the way it goes with chickens. So it's almost getting time. It's almost getting cool enough to where I can take this tarp off and let the sun shine through here again. But this has been a real help to keep the sun off the chickens, and it does lower the temperature inside the coop here by quite a bit. I was going to show you, I don't know if I showed you this or not. I had a neighbor, if I can get him to cooperate, I had a neighbor that said she had a couple of hens that were just beating up her other hens. If you look, where'd they go? There he is. Those little peeper goggle things that you put on chickens to keep them from pecking. I thought it was a scam, but it works like a charm. And since I put those on, they didn't peck another chicken. They've been assimilated into the flock, found their spot in the pecking order, I guess. I don't know. I'm debating whether or not to take them off and see if they've actually acclimated to the flock or not. But the jury's still out on that. I haven't decided what to do there. But they work, just in case you're wondering, if you've got problem chickens. All right, well, garden's still doing good. Getting a lot of tomatoes. The potatoes are starting to die back, just barely. I have harvested a few. I showed that video a week or so ago. I have harvested a few bucks to sell at the farmer's market, but you can see I got a lot of tomatoes up there. So we should have a lot of tomatoes to sell on Monday night. Anyway, we'll go up and put these eggs away. That's goldenrod, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. We'll go up and put these eggs away and head over and help my wife take care of my grandsons His parents are in Florida right now on vacation for their anniversary. So the little food forest over here is thriving. Grapes are doing great. Got a bunch of those. Sold a bunch of those at the farmer's market. Hey, thanks for stopping by on this little update on what's going on here at Little Hollow Homestead. So on behalf of Izzy and Stella, thanks for stopping, and we'll catch you on the next adventure. I'd wave, but I'm holding the eggs in my shirt. Have a good one. See ya.